Today's video is a response to librarian fan mail who had commented on your Instagram. She had asked us what some of our favorite movies were. So we thought we'd do that.
5 each.
5 each. Our top 10 recommended movies of right now. Not of all time, because we've talked about this kind of thing before. That's kind of hard to do. So our top 5 movies, so top 10 total, of what we would recommend right now.
For 8 out of the 10 of these, we have actual movies to show you. But I'm going to start with the one that I don't have a copy of and would love to get someday, which is To Be and To Have. It was a 2002 documentary by French filmmaker Nicolas Philibert, I think. And it's about a one-room classroom for ages 4 to 12 in this very tiny France town. And that's it. It just follows this one class for the whole school year, and it's so good. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a teacher. I think a lot of kids do, but this documentary really refueled that inside of me.
So this one for me is another one that we don't physically own a copy of. This one is Akira Kurosawa's Redbeard. I love this movie. It's probably my favorite movie of his. It's beautiful. It's black and white. Beautiful in the sense it's very emotional, and beautiful, it's just beautifully shot. And the acting is incredible, and I can't wait for my wife to see it. We're going to watch it very soon. We have Hulu Plus, we're going to watch it on there, and then hopefully Criterion will get off their butts and release a Blu-ray of it. Please.
Because I can only pick one, I'm actually picking Yojimbo. This is a box set of Yojimbo and Sanjudo, but it is another Akira Kurosawa. It is a film from 1961, shot in black and white. It's beautiful, it's funny, it's samurai, it's fun. It's a really, really good movie.
Next for me, a Japanese film by a filmmaker. His last name is Obayashi. This is House. I highly recommend this one because there's nothing quite like it. It's one of the most original films I've ever seen, one of the most experimental and just bizarre. I mean, it is a narrative, it's a normal story, but it can go anywhere and does go anywhere, and it's really funny and really terrible at times, but in the best possible way. And it's more than just oh, it's so bad that it's good. It's more than that. There's some sequences in it that are pretty incredible.
What year was it?
1977.
My next recommendation is another Japanese movie. It's an animated film from 1988, My Neighbor Totoro by Miyazaki. It's just really, really, really good. And I think it also holds a special place for me because we were pregnant with Rudy the first time we saw this. And we had already had boys and ruffians, but we knew she was a girl. And
you guys are probably wondering yourself, hey you guys, aren't you American? Don't you like any American movies? We sure do. This is American as you can get. This is a documentary, Grey Gardens by the Maisels, and a couple of people helped do this one. This was made in 1976. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, documentaries of all time. No setups, no interviews, just straight to the goods.
Harold and Maude from 1971, directed by Hal Ashby with beautiful music by Cat Stevens.
Yes.
It's about Harold, who's kind of a loner, and meets Maude, who's kind of a loner, and they grow a friendship. There's a wide age gap, and it's interesting, and it's beautiful.
A lot of fun and surprisingly sad at times. Well, what the heck is this thing? It's got a DVD. Can't wait for this to come out on Blu-ray. Can't get enough of that black and white, I'll tell you that right now. This is Masculine Feminine by Jean-Luc Godard, 1966. It's just so free, and just like House, it's just very free-spirited. It can do anything, it can say anything, it can break the fourth wall, it can do all of that stuff, and you never know where it's gonna go. But it's still fantastic and still cohesive. Love this movie.
And we had determined at the beginning that these weren't going to be in any kind of order. but I did save the best for last. Within the first little bit of watching this movie, it immediately went into my top whatever of all-time favorite films. Before I even finished it, I could tell. It's an Akira Kurosawa film, Seven Samurai, 1954 black and white samurai movie. Apparently, A Bug's Life was based off of it. It's just about, you know, this little village that needs help and protection, and I mean, it's so good. The characters are so well developed. With a lot of characters, you might feel like you're getting lost, but you don't feel like that in this movie. You get to know them all, and you get to love them all, and it's another beautiful story, beautifully shot. I am so grateful that Caleb showed this to me.
I'm glad I have someone to share it with, and hopefully you guys will check this out. This list just would not be complete of recommended movies without the French, The 400 Blows. I can't get enough of this movie. By Francois Truffaut. It was made in 1959. Black and white. This is the movie they say that started the French New Wave. This movie is just fantastic. If you like movies about childhood and just growing up, this is so realistic and so well done. You want to just talk a little bit about this young man right here, wife?
Jean-Pierre Léaud. This kid is out of this world.
Fantastic.
I mean, he is a great adult actor. He was in Masculine Feminine and then a slew of Antoine Doinel movies. But as a child, and for this to be your first film, I can't even, I mean, he made me want to cry and crack up.
If you like this one, this is actually the first in a series of movies about this character. Thank you, guys. There was a lot of movies that were on our list that we just didn't include. We wanted to keep it short, keep it 10. Please, you guys, watch some of these movies. Tell us what you think. That would be wonderful. If anyone sees this video and then watches one of these movies, or has already seen one of these movies before, we'd love to know what you think.
Yeah.
Please.
Please give us some recommendations. We would love to know what kind of movies other people love, especially ones that we possibly haven't heard of, because that's the best way to find out about things.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And have a good night, you guys.
See you
Bye.
later. The alligator. Hi, honey.